So after a disaster, so first let us understand what is the disaster cycle. So disaster cycle, okay. So suppose a disaster occurred. After that, what will happen? There will be an impact, right? There will be a impact. After that, there will be a response to that, okay. Response. After that, we want to rehabilitate, okay, the population who have undergone to the disaster, okay. After that, we want to do mitigation, okay. After that, we want to do preparedness, okay. So this is the disaster cycle. So first, let's say a cyclone will happen, okay. A cyclone will happen. What we do before the cyclone? We can see that messages come in our phone, in our mobiles, that nobody should go outside during that period. So those things, that is warning the population about the disaster that is happening, that is the cyclone that is happening, making the population aware about the problem that is happening, uh, that will happen in the near future. uh, that is called as preparedness, okay. Preparedness. And what is mitigation? Mitigation means engineering, okay. Like we let's say we tell that a bridge is built so that so that flood does not occur. So engineering, so something is done, so some building is done or building is built so that cyclone does not occur, cyclone does not break it, or some engineering thing, some thing is done. Like for example, um, let's say any building or any such bridges are done to prevent that natural calamities to happen. Any engineering they tell in the question, then go for mitigation as the answer. But if they tell like warning people, making people aware, that is called preparedness, okay. Preparedness is basically awareness, okay. Awareness. And mitigation is basically engineering, okay. So first what happens is that after a disaster, okay, there will be some impact of that, right. There will be some impact of that, yeah. After that, there will be a response. After that, we have to rehabilitate the persons who suffered from that. After that, we have to do mitigations, and after that, we have to do preparedness of the upcoming disaster. So this is how the disaster cycle is. And now let us come to the second thing, that what are the epidemics after the disaster? What are the epidemics that occurs after the disaster? So, the epidemics that occurs after the disaster are leptospirosis. Why does this occur? So remember, during a disaster, there is a very high chance that the water are mixed with the rat urine. And we know from rat urine, leptospirosis can happen. So water get mixed with so there is a high chance actually to have the water getting mixed with the rat urine. So leptospirosis can happen, leading to leptospirosis, okay. Now rickettsiosis, rickettsiosis can happen. Other things that can happen, of course, acute respiratory illness, infection. So they can typically ask in the question that what are the diseases, what are the epidemics after a disaster. So, what are the epidemics after a disaster? It is leptospirosis, rickettsioses, acute respiratory infections. Okay, so they can give that which one is not an epidemic um, after a disaster. So the answer is leishmaniasis. Okay, they will typically confuse with the option of leptospirosis and leishmaniasis, but remember leishmaniasis is not associated with epidemic occurring after disaster. Okay, so this is the thing. Now, so remember, what is the nodal center in case of disaster management? So next question is, what is the nodal center? Okay, so nodal center in case of disaster management. Okay, so the nodal center in case of um, disaster management. Okay, so yeah, so that is district. And yeah, and what is the nodal ministry? Okay, nodal, if they ask that is the nodal ministry in case of disaster management, then that is the home affairs. Okay, home affairs, the nodal ministry is home affairs. The nodal center in case of the disaster management is district. Okay, okay, so let us understand that what are the questions they ask. All these are questions only. Yeah, so to decrease the to decrease the impact of to decrease the impact of disaster, to decrease the impact of disaster is called as mitigation. We do mitigation, right? Then most common disease after disaster is gastrointestinal disease, gastroenteritis. Then most common vitamin deficiency after disaster is vitamin A. Then most common zoonotic disease after disaster is leptospirosis. Then vaccines which are given to health worker are Hep B, DT, TT, I mean TD, TT, cholera, typhoid. Okay, typhoid. Okay, only vaccine which is given in outbreak is measles. Okay, and most crucial preliminary stage, most crucial preliminary step that we need to take is chlorination. Okay, so this is all about the disaster management questions. Mostly all questions are covered here, and I hope you like it. Okay, thank you guys.